I know that because Kim Kardashian's show, All's Fair, which is lawyer slop, has been renewed for a second season with Ryan Murphy.
Oh boy.
Yeah, it says
I'm so excited.
The Ryan Murphy legal drama has been renewed for a second season at Hulu, despite the show's awful reviews. Starring Kim Kardashian, Glenn Close. If Glenn Close can't save it, it's bad.
How isn't she supposed to be too good for this? How did they get Glenn Close to agree to this? I mean, what did they got nudie pictures of her or something? She's too good for this.
Yeah. So you watched the show?
Yes. See, I am sick in the head, so I'm addicted to the cringe.
So you watched this, you watched what was the other one that we were talking about last time?
Just like that.
And Just Like That.
My favorite meme of all time is Brett's face on this show when I was explaining the Sex and the City reboot to him.
Yeah. Okay. So run people through the show and tell them how you believe it's even possible that this thing got a renewal.
Oh, I totally believe it, because I think most of these productions are just money laundering. That's got to be what this is. I think Kim Kardashian probably went to law school to do this role. Like, she thought it was real or something. But, okay, so for anyone who hasn't seen it, let me break it down for you. Okay, so we have a bunch of strong women, and they work at a law firm. And it's Kim Kardashian and Naomi Watts. Another one who's supposed to be too good for this. She did Mulholland Drive. How?
Well, the thing is, the streaming this is streaming, right? It's not network. Okay, streaming paychecks are too good for the big name celebrities. They pay them too well.
It's crazy. So we have Naomi Watts, Kim Kardashian, and then the DEI hire.
Okay.
So they are strong women who are lawyers at a law firm, and the men, the evil, bad, toxic masculinity men, are oppressing them with their $1 million paychecks. So they decide they're going to start their own law firm where they're only going to represent women, which seems like a stupid business decision to me. You're like, we're not going to take 50% of the business. Oh my God, where do I start? Where do I even start with this? So Kim Kardashian, right? She has this husband, this little twink with a man bun. And we're supposed to believe that her little twink husband has won 7 Super Bowls. And this guy,
small.
He's built like me. Like, so imagine me in a man bun claiming to have won the Super Bowl.
He could have been he could have been a kicker. Okay, he could have been a kicker.
Oh, I bet he was a kicker.
Yeah.
So the twink husband confronts Kim Kardashian. Her name is Allura, by the way, because she's so alluring. So the twink husband confronts her, and he's like, I feel so small next to you. I am so intimidated by your girl bossery that I'm divorcing you.
Of course. He can't stand her strong womanness.
No. So what she does is she froze her eggs, and she, without his knowledge, gets all the eggs implanted in her without telling him, which, you know, for people who talk about, like, all this stuff seems a little, you know, like there might be a little bit of a consent issue there, but they're women. We ignore that. Doesn't matter. So it turns out that the twink husband has actually been having an affair with a lovely, stunning, beautiful, brave, trans woman.
No way.
And so Kim is having, like, Allura is having the divorce proceedings and stuff, and they find out about this. So the twink husband goes to the trans, and he's like, oh, they found out, they're going to blackmail me, blah, blah, blah. And the trans tells him, I'm not going to cooperate with them, but as long as you do one thing for me, I want to go on a date together in front of TMZ. So they'll take a picture. And he's like, why would you want to do that? She's like, oh, because it will just be so important to my community. So now the community has entered the chat. And whenever somebody says the word community, you know some bullshit's about to go down. So he takes off with the trans, blah, blah, blah. So anyway, each episode, there's a different battered woman of the week. And when I say battered woman, I mean a gazillionaire who has behaved abhorrently, yet is still the victim.
Okay.
So each episode will be like some woman who's like, oh, I cheated on my husband. And then she's the victim and takes him for every cent he's worth. So every week there's a new battered woman who, they're the ones cheating. They're the ones doing horrible things, but somehow they're the victims.
Always, of course.
Every cent that the man has worked for. So they have this one. They bring in friggin', what's her name? Elizabeth Berkley from Showgirls.
Also, not just from Showgirls, she played Horatio Cane's wife on CSI Miami. See, my boomer television knowledge comes into play.
She will always be Nomi Malone to me.
Yes.
So, because she's a woman, she is a brilliant rocket scientist.
Of course.
And she started a business. Yeah, nobody will imagine seeing Nomi Malone swinging around the pole and thinking one day she'll be playing a rocket
that's
scientist.
why they, of course, because back in the 90s, the trope was you worked at a strip club so that you could pay for college.
So she started some rocket science business that, revolutionized rocket science. And of course, the dirty husband stole her business from her.
So he's Elon Musk.
Stole everything. So she goes to the lawyers, the girl bosses, and she's like, can you help me, blah, blah. And they're like, oh, this prenup is too strong. We don't know what we can do. So Elizabeth Berkley, the rocket scientist, goes, oh, okay, well, excuse me. Can I just go vape in the next room? They're like, of course. She goes in the next room. The bitch jumps out the window.
No!
And we cut to, I swear I am not making this up. We cut to the next scene of the girl boss lawyers on a private jet with their champagne going, oh, very sad. Anyway.
No, so they're like, she was going to be a client. They can't do anything about it. She kills herself. And they're just like, you know what? We got someplace to be. Pop the champagne.
And they are on the private jet.
They couldn't even fly commercial in solidarity
of their last client, who's auctioning 40 million of gifts that the husband gave her, which she's a victim, of course.
Of course.
And then while they are at this auction, you have Glenn Close. So Glenn Close is the only one who has any sort of functional relationship. So she's married, but her husband is dying of cancer. So being the strong, empowered woman that Glenn Close is, what does she do? She cheats on the husband who's dying of cancer.
Of course, that's what they always do, right?
And then she confesses it to him, and he apologizes to her.
That is
because she's like, oh, we haven't slept together in weeks.
He's like, oh,
he's on his deathbed.
It's, you know what it is? It's the same thing as, it's the trope of like every Hallmark movie where the woman's like, look, I know that you're going to close this $10 million deal, but you're not spending enough time at home. Okay. I'm going to go have sex with a Christmas tree farm worker and we're going to fall in love.
And by the way, every woman on this show. So you have Kim Kardashian, who is getting the eggs implanted in her. Then you have the DEI hire, a single mom who's had 4 kids from a turkey baster. Then Sarah Paulson, the other lawyer, single mother from a turkey baster. And then get this shit. She goes to meet some new lawyer. Sarah Paulson goes to meet a lawyer, strong black woman who's a lawyer. And she's like, oh, I'm also a single mother from a turkey baster.
Look, this makes perfect sense because the Kardashians, they just rotate the men out anyways. Like the Kardashians don't care about the men.
Oh, and get this shit. So Allura, Kim Kardashian, she has all her outfits and shit. So she's in a board meeting. She goes into the board meeting and all the men are there, the terrible, toxic men. And she's in her suit. She's wearing like a men's suit, shirt, tie, jacket, everything. And she, you know, tells them how it is, whatever. And then she turns around and she's got a cutout above her ass with her thong.
Oh, what? Right when I was making the thumbnail for this, I saw like she took like a behind the scenes photo of that.
So lawyerly, so professional.
Look, here's the problem, guys. This is going to create the same problem for women that porn did for men. They're going to be like, look, I've never been to the doctor and had a female doctor just try to have sex with me. That doesn't happen.
And then every episode, so they bring in another like aging actress every week, right? Somebody please screen cap his face right here, by the way. I need that. They bring in another aging actress, and so their clients are these women who are in their 50s and 60s that leave their husbands and walk out on their families over nothing. Like, they bring in Brooke Shields, and she's like, oh, I've been married since I was 20, and I just want to travel and see the world. So they're convincing these 50, 60-year-old women to leave their families. Where are these broads going? Where do they think they're going?
They're going to eat, pray, love.
20. Try being 60 years old.
They're going to eat, pray, love in Europe. That's what they're going to do.
That book was demonic. That destroyed women.
An untold amount of damage.
Oh my God. Yeah, this show is like a roadmap to how to have a lonely, miserable life.
Yeah.
Thanks for watching. Listen to full episodes of Pop Culture Crisis on Spotify.
Keep up with us on social media and make sure you subscribe and ring that bell so you never miss the show. Bye, guys.